Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor, Dr. Lisa Winfield, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Today, I want to talk to you about what I call organize to utilize. And this is a strategy that we incorporate so that we can group like things together, go through them, positively purge what we no longer need, as well as create a dedicated space to store these. Now, this strategy has many benefits, and it really helps us to add that additional layer of organization in our homes. So it can create a dedicated space for each group of items, and this allows us to be able to find that item when we need it. This is going to reduce your frustration. No more scrambling through the house looking for something. Everything will have a dedicated space, and I'm going to go through the list of what we're going to include in our organizational process. It also helps facilitate putting things away, not only for you, but members of your household. If they know where it belongs, it's easier to put it away than just not knowing. It's kind of that open-ended, not knowing where to put something that creates an overwhelming, cluttered home. Speaking of clutter, this organize to utilize is going to help reduce clutter because everything will have a place. So it's going to be put away. We actually have a day in our weekly maintenance system that we have a tidy up, put away day. So everything that's kind of been left out will go back to its dedicated space. This allows us also to see what we have. It's amazing how many times we have duplicate purchased something because we couldn't find what we needed. So we ended up buying an additional item. So now we have multiples of the same item simply because we were unable to find it. So creating that dedicated space is going to allow us to go through, see what we have, and be able to make it more manageable. This strategy also helps us to capitalize on our resources. Look, folks, everything you have is a resource. Every item that you own is a resource. And it's like an employee. You paid for it, therefore it should earn its keep. It needs to benefit your life in some way. It needs to add value to your life. If it doesn't, it's just clutter. And it's taking advantage of the fact that you've already paid for it. So if it's an employee, you've already paid their salary and they're sitting there doing nothing for you. That's not good business, and that's not good management of your resources. Everything you own should be adding value to your life in some way. So if it's creating chaos and clutter, it's diminishing you. It's diminishing your energy, and it's taking advantage of you. So we want to end that cycle. We want to be able to use everything we have. That's why I call it organize to utilize. So you can capitalize on that resource, get the full benefit of that expenditure, and add more value to your life without spending more money. We get this feeling of satisfaction from using the stuff that we have, because that's what we intended when we purchased it. We intended to use it. But then oftentimes we get overwhelmed, we can't find it, we get frustrated, so we end up not being able to utilize it. It also saves us money because we're not out repurchasing duplicates because we can't find what we want. And it gives a framework or structure to our home that feels comfortable. It feels sturdy. It feels supportive. And that's going to have some positive emotional and physical benefits for us as we go through this process. We've gathered them, we've gone through them, we've grouped them, and now we're going to create that dedicated space. So we're going to determine how frequently we use these items and how accessible do they need to be. Once we have gathered, gone through, grouped, created that dedicated space, we're going to make sure everything is clean before we put it away. So you want to clean your items. Make sure that they're clean and fresh smelling. You don't want musty umbrellas in your foyer closet. So we want to make sure everything's clean. I have a tutorial for every item on this list to tell you how to clean it and my suggestions best to organize it, store it, and be able to utilize it. All right, so now we've got all of these things put away in a dedicated space. We can find them, we can use them, we can capitalize on that resource, and we're going to feel much better about the framework of our home. All right, let's move on to the list. If there's something that is not on this list, please leave me a comment. I can do a video on it. I will create a video just for you, because I love doing this. All right, so let's go through it. Medications, vitamins and supplements, eyeglasses, sunglasses, contacts, keys, flashlights, batteries. I have some great tips on safe storage for batteries. You're going to want to tune in for that. Luggage, umbrellas, musical instruments, personal care appliances, toiletries, makeup, jewelry, toys, stuffed animals, books, small appliances, cookware, bakeware, artwork, vases, knickknacks, plants, office equipment, exercise equipment, electronics, handheld devices and chargers and cords, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, vinyl, smartphones, smart speakers, Bluetooth speakers, gaming systems, games, remotes, game boards, board games, photography equipment, pet items, craft items, crystal, china, silver, baskets. All right, my friends, that is our organize to utilize component. I wanted to give a broad explanation so that you understand as we go through this process how beneficial these strategies are that will work for you, that dovetail together to create my total life transformation process. This is the Organizer Advisor. I look forward to seeing you again. And until then, my friends.